Hey there, we're going to start taking a look at some miniatures, some really cool miniatures. And this is going to be a really long video. I'm going to show you all the different sorts of guys I have for the game. So the first one is this little fire fox creature. This is more like an animal companion or familiar. And there you go. Next up, got this guy, sort of a tartan warrior with a flexible weapon there. This is a dancing villager woman, maybe a spellcaster of some kind. Here's another familiar. This is a little dragon, and you can reference these by simply the timestamp of where they are along. This is actually just for like a spell. One of my players made that a while ago. Next up we have a couple of drow warriors, both with two weapons. One of them has like a spear thing, a hand dagger. Next up is a Kenku warrior with wings. He's a samurai in red armor. Here's another spell token. This is for some kind of like a sea warlock thing. And then an elven wizard with a really cool staff. And then an assassin type guy. And then we have a steampunk wizard with a really cool like lightning looking staff. And then we've got a human warrior with like a dragon head hammer and a bow. He's pretty cool. Oop. Another drow warrior for some apparent reason. Don't know why there's three of them in there. This is a gnome wizard. And next up we have a dwarf warrior. Yeah, he's pretty cool. And then I love this figure. I actually used him as a character. It's like a villager type guy with a giant axe with runes on it. So he means business. He's not messing around. Next up, we've got a guy with a tricorn hat and glowing weapons and a giant friggin' crossbow. That was somebody's character that they made special. Here we've got some sort of punky sorcerer, maybe water or air sorcerer. He's got a cool, like, thing. Oh, this is like a... Oh yeah, it's an old hag with rats on her. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to play that. I think this is a pre-paint. It's a... Oh, no, yeah, I'm not sure what this is. It's a half-orc. Half-orc wizard guy. Hey, I'm going over all the models. I'm going to be here a while. I love this. This is a metal figure from Reaper Miniatures, and she's like a dark paladin or something like that. Give her weapon a little straight in there. Next up, here's a turbaned villager, colorful, with a walking staff. Pretty plain looking, but, you know, there he is. Oh boy, yeah, this is like a beastman sorcerer looking guy. Well, these could be whatever you want. I'm just kind of riffing here about, you know, what they look like. Oh, this was actually a very important character in one of my games. It's a potion seller, a woman, an alchemist maybe. And next up we've got, this is a guy with a long rifle. This is a pewter figure from a French company. And that guy's pretty darn cool. This is a familiar, some sort of desert raptor beast thing. Could be an animal companion too. That's pretty fun. Oh, I love this guy. This is a medieval, like a alchemist type with one of those crow masks on him. And yeah, there's really cool. His brother's in here somewhere. Next up, this is a, oh yeah, this is one of my players. This guy has a mask, like a strange bird mask on, and he's kind of casting a spell, like an eldritch spell. That was a warlock. Oh, here's another guy. He's with a long rifle, and he has a spyglass. So Love that. Here we go, an elfin lord with like, oh, and his sword is broken. I could probably find that and repair that. I wonder if it's just in the same slot. Nope, no easy fix. Next up, a tiny dragon familiar. So there you go. Maybe a pseudo dragon. I think that's what he is. Yeah, he's got a little scorpion tail. Here's a bird. That could be a familiar too. Like a colorful vulture creature. I need to make a whole separate thing for just familiars. I love this guy. This is one of my favorite sculpts. Just this big old pirate guy with a scimitar and stripy leggings. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here's a stalagmite with a bat on it, in case you want a bat familiar. This is an elf with a elfy two-handed weapon. Let's turn him around. There you go. Where am I? I'm at 6 minutes and I finished one flat. Yeah, this is going to be like half an hour. A guy with a sword and a bow. He's kind of elfy. Not necessarily. All right, let's just load these up and we'll get to the next flat. Oh boy. Isn't this fun to watch my hand? Here we go. There we go. Okay, next flat. So many guys. Here's a guy, well, yeah, oh, here's a bunch of missing weapons. Yeah, this guy is a crossbowman, but with a missing cross on his crossbow. This is a guy with a mask and a glowing green sword. Yeah, I don't know what that would be. A dwarf? Wizard type creature? If you really want to play a dwarf, I have a whole thing of just dwarves that I'm not showing you. This colorful guy with a dart pistol. I love this figure. It's from a French company called Rackham. And next up, we just have a very plain looking, medieval looking guy with two short blades. Alright. Next up, oh, I love this character. It's a barbarian type villager with two axes. And she is not messing around. Love that. A beastman. I think you saw this one already, but it was a wizard. This one just has this giant mace. This ridiculous mace for some reason. Here's another beast person. And there you go. That's a cool fig. Hopefully you'll get some inspiration and make a character out of one of these. This is a guy with sort of a nautical themed spear and a bow. Very medieval looking. I love this figure. I love it so hard. It's amazing. It's an owl. An anthropomorphic owl. And he's like floating along. He has like wizardly stuff and he's casting a spell or something like that. Really cool figure. This is some sort of weird troll creature with blue skin, with a tartan, with a greatsword. So yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with that. Love this figure. Let's see here. That's a chicken. I have a chicken familiar with a couple of, like a rooster with a couple of hens on it. Yeah, that's awesome. Here's a medieval guy with just a lantern. I need to put him in with the villagers. There you go. Here is a beer sorcerer with a flagon, and he's definitely got some character. Yeah, he's got like stitches on his back. I don't know what that guy's deal is. Oh, yeah, that's actually broken, so we need to set him aside. Here's a like a villager type and he's made like Wolverine claws out of things. So, and he's huge compared to these other guys. Let me get another guy next to him. Here we go. So, yeah, he's a little ridiculous. Yeah, love that guy. An elf with a bow, straight up. And here we go. Here's another one. This is a barbarian type, well, I don't know, like a wild person type with a wolf cloak and this really cool sort of thorned bow. And here's an interesting figure. This is a crow skull helmeted guy with like a kukri and bare feet for some reason. That's cool. And here's a, I don't even know what this is. Yeah, a wizard type. He's got a cloak on and some symbols there. That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Now this figure is weighty, made out of metal. It's just a plain old assassin type. Nothing really to write home about. A bird, familiar, like colorful with like flames coming out of his tail. A were-tiger for some reason. Well, that's not a PC race, it's more of a monster. I'm going to move him over to the side and get him in the correct bin. Oh, here's the other guy. He's the brother of the other alchemist. Is he in this one or is he in the last one? I don't remember. Alright, here we go. Custom figure, two-handed weapon. He's got some sort of dragonfly weirdo thing coming out of him. And just, yeah, that's unusual. A lot of these are old PCs from my games. Here's a tiefling with a hooked weapon and a wand. Neat. Oh, here we go. I love this figure. Dragonborn sorcerer type with like green fire and stuff. It's really cool. And here's another one. Dragonborn something, fighter, paladin maybe. And he's got like a severed demon skull. And yeah, look at that. It's a 3D print with custom work on it. Alright guys, we've now finished 2 flats, each with maybe 30 figures on it. And now we're going to start in on the next flat. Yeah, I've got 3 more flats. Yeah, that'll be it. Hopefully you'll find something you like. I've got a ton of generic dwarfs of different kinds. This is a mantis, red mantis assassin, a guy. And then next up we've got a pirate dude. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Love him. I don't even know what to do with this. I got this as part of a group. It's basically some kind of hooded weapon master, and he's got like literally 10 different weapons on him. He's just laden down with that for some reason. This is a pre-paint, like you buy them in kits, and so nothing that we've done, but it's like a dwarf or halfling sorceress type. And then, oh yeah, that's more like a monster. Let's get rid of that one. Oh, I love this figure. It's, she's got like bladed shields or something like that. Kind of cool. Weird stuff. Oh, and here's just a guy. Nothing in his hands. Very plain. Maybe he's a diplomat or something like that. Oh yeah, here's a gal with a giant wrench. That's her weapon. A little anime feel to that. Oh, I love this figure. This is painted by a master painter. It's an orc with a smaller little goblin creature imitating him. There, giant shield, super cool fig. Here's a Sasquatch for no apparent reason. It's got a big club. Here's like a farm girl with 2 hooky type weapons. Oh, yes, great. I'm glad I found this. I've got these guys like floating around. I have a bunch of these rabbit folk figures, and they're awesome. Like one of each class. I think there's like 6. So here's a guy with a 2-handed axe. I'm going to set him aside because he needs to go with his rabbit brothers. I have a whole bunch of figures that are tortoise people. So if you want one of those. Here's like a shadow guy who's like partially, you know, incorporeal. That guy's pretty cool. Oh, here's another mantis assassin. Red mantis assassin with these hooked weapons. Love those guys. Here's like an old guy with just a couple of weapons, not much to say. Really skinny. Is he undead? Yeah, that's a mummy. He doesn't belong in here. He belongs in with the monsters. Okay, this is a like an elfy sorceress type. I had a guy send me a bunch of those for no reason. Like I got 6 of the same model. Oh, this figure's so cool. I got this as a present. And I painted him up. It's a dwarf warrior with a 2-handed weapon. He looks like really, really, really super cool. Love him. Ooh, like a chaos warrior. That guy's awesome. Yeah, this video is going to be like so long. Here's kind of a fantasy steampunk guy. He's got like a flamethrower thing and a big old shield. And by the way, you guys are welcome to make your own equipment and customize your characters and make up your own stuff a little bit. Here's a duelist guy. Yep, pretty awesome possum. And a halfling like warrior. I think this is a pre-paint. I don't think we did that. We may have just embellished it a little bit. We do that a lot. This is just a weird sort of wild man druid type. All right. A guy, kind of a, I don't know, he's got a spiked helmet and a couple of unusual weapons. Nothing really to say there. Oh, here we go. Here's a familiar type creature. A cat. A little cat. And, ooh, that is not right. That is actually literally garbage. Goodbye. Okay, here's another girl with giant wrench as a weapon. Next up. Oh, this guy's missing his weapon. This was my son's character, a Rakdos carnival guy. Ooh, this is more of a bad guy, but you could make him into something if you wanted. A tiefling with a cool looking staff. There. This is like a chaos warrior guy. This weird hand shield weapon thing. This guy's awesome. I mean, that's just a fact. Oh, here you go. He's cornbread fed, guys. And he has a masonry block on a chain as a weapon. Yeah, this figure's got a lot of character to him. Okay, here we go. Almost done with this. This is like an ancient, like, elven sorcerer guy. I mean, his armor's like really cool. He has these masks, potions. He's got this giant sword on his back. What a cool fig. It's made out of metal. That's from a French company. And a swashbuckler gal. Now I'm saying like classes and like maybe a little bit about him, but you could make up whatever you wanted. All right, that is the third flat. Now on to the next flat. Okay, so there's 2 more to go. We're just gonna get through that. And there's a lot. Oh, geez, I dropped a figure. Fortunately, it fell on my foot. Here we go. Okay, another familiar, a bird. For some reason, there's a... Oh, no, wait. This is the same flat that I showed you before. Oh, because I pulled it out of the thing of the one that I had already done. So, yes, let's get to a new flat. Yeah, there's two more, and not so many. Okay, here we go. By the way, I have a bunch of Dragonborn figures, which frankly, I don't know where they are. I'd have to look again, but I could definitely dig those up. And I made like 12 of them. They're really cool. Here's an orc guy with like a hook for a hand. A human female archer. There you go. That's what she looks like. Here's a pre-paint. Just a colorful warrior. Is it a... Yeah, it's a woman. Awesome. There you go. Here is a halfling. These are pre-paints, by the way. Pre-paints is where you just buy them in a kit and they're already painted. So as you can see, there's no base. There's no base work on it. So just things that I picked up just because I felt like it. Oh, here's a fox familiar. I painted this up. I looked at a lot of reference material. Yeah, he's really cool. I love him. An archer gal. Not painted overly well. And here we go. And then here is a sea elf. Isn't that guy cool? And that's what he looks like. Very oceany colors there. All right. Woman with unusual sword, like maybe a gladiator type. That's a custom fig. That has a lot of stuff on it. Her sword is black, pure black. Here is a... Oh yeah, this is like a weird archer with a mask and like green on it. I got that in a trade, I didn't paint that. Hey, another Sasquatch type character. This guy, oh, and he has a spear. It's really cool. Nope. Another shorter character, could be a halfling, maybe a dwarf woman. This is also a pre-paint that's been embellished and set on a little stand. Here is another elf warrior with unusual two-handed weapon. I think we saw one like that already. This figure I really like. It's just maybe a fencer or something like that. She's pretty cool. Oh, this is a familiar, like a little tree folk guy, like imp. That's a pre-paint. I'm touching these with my hands. That's not a problem because all of these have been matte coated, so they can resist things. Here's a tiny little genie familiar with a book, A Wizard's Helper. And here's a fighter type with two hand axes. And I think he has like a horn. Yeah, he has a big old trumpet on his back. Or a horn, I guess, obviously. Oh, I love this figure. Somebody played this for quite a while. It's like this assassin-looking person with two hand weapons. Ooh, my arm's actually getting tired of these. So, maybe a courtier with a fan. And a dwarf warrior, like some sort of paladin or cleric type. There you go. That's pre-paint. Nothing to write home about. A monkey familiar. Looks like an orangutan, but not so orange. Okay. And oh yeah, this is a character with different elements on it. Just a warrior woman with a shield. And for some reason, a quiver. But no bow. Maybe she has a magic bow that springs out of nothing. Here's a female character throwing a dagger. Oh, another red mantis assassin. There we go. And where are we? This figure's from Games Workshop. It's really cool. It's like a Sigmarite priest with a hammer. Flames on his cloak. This guy means business. He's not joking around. Alright, and a woman with two swords. And here we go. Oh, here's a dwarf. Now this is actually from my dwarf collection. He's like a miner, maybe like a ranger or something. Classic D&D adventurer type. Makes me happy inside my heart. Oh, nope. Oh, yeah. This was one of my son's characters. It's has like a technological shield. And for some reason. Oh, here is a villager. And this person belongs in with the villagers. Alright, and then we've got... This is a giant, supposedly, but actually just a tall guy. This is a classic figure. Painted so well. Makes me so happy inside. I love painted figures. Someday I'm going to have a studio where I can just have all this stuff on display, like always. Here's a executioner guy. He probably has an interesting story behind him. A snake with bat wings. Oh, here's like a whole bunch of familiar type creatures. Oh, I love this figure. I actually thought this was missing. This is, I think it's from like a Dark Sword Miniatures or something like that. It's a ranger type. He has a really cool base and it's very dynamic. Love that. And here's some here's just literally some rats. Oh, 2 rats and a toad. As familiars. Whoops. There we go. Let's get those all back in. Blink. Alright, one last flat, and there's actually not many on this one. So we we are at the end almost of our journey. So here we go. Here's a Chaos Worshipper with a really cool shield. Yeah. Oh, that, I don't know why that's in there. He doesn't even have a head. Oh, here's a pre-paint. Like a halfling or dwarf cleric of the sun, something like that. Oh yeah, there's really not many in this one. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, this is a really cool fig. This is like a warrior type, but like a weird elf creature thing. Very unusual. All right, this is the last one, guys. This is it, literally it. This is a pre-paint. Oh, it's not focusing. Yeah, like a thief or something like that. Again, halfling. Actually, give me just a second. I'm going to show you all these rabbit folk, guys. You're going to love these. And I have some really cool turtles, like tortoise people. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, you're gonna absolutely love it. Yeah, in fact, I'm glad I didn't forget about these. Okay, here we go. First off, let's get the rabbit folk up here. There's one. He's like a rogue, and he has a rose in his hand. It's like a druid type. And oh no, his hand fell off. All right, we'll have to repair that. This is a fighter with two hand weapons, and as you can see, his right arm is off. It literally just broke off. And here's a wizard. Oh no, wait. Hold on. There we go. That's nice. And then here's a wizard type, or a monk. Actually, he's more like a monk. And what else? Oh yeah, here's the last one. There's 2, 4, 6 of them. And then there's this warrior type. Aren't those awesome? I love them. I love them so bad. Wait. Oh no, he's missing his ear. That's so weird. Did it come off in here? I'll have to try and find it. Oh, that's a little frustrating. Well, maybe that can be part of his story. He's missing an ear. It's part of his deal. Alright, I'm going to put these away. And then I have these Leonids. These guys are really cool if you want to play a lion person. You can find rules for them, or you can just make something up, or you can just reskin, an existing type creature. So I have 3 of them. One with these claws, spear and shield, and then a cleric type with a mace. There you go. Is there one more? Oh, I forgot something. There's like this wizard rabbit folk guy. Look at that. Isn't that fun? All right, that's it, guys. That's all of them. Huh, interesting. Wonder where that guy's ear went. It makes me a little sad. Okay, cool. All right, thanks for tuning in.